Elon Musk has recently announced that he's going to be launching his own TruthGPT, which is essentially going to be a version of ChatGPT that is unbiased and is going to be, I guess you could say, completely neutral in terms of its opinions and is only going to report the facts. Now, there's a lot to get in here, so let's go over all the details in this very interesting update to the incredible AI race. So, you might be wondering, how does this all come to be? Because trust me, the backstory is very important as to why TruthGPT is even coming to fruition. So, in the early days of ChatGPT, lots of people were having very good conversations until a couple of users decided to ask GPT some very controversial questions. And here we can see exactly what happens when that does happen. Some articles started to come out stating that ChatGPT had a very specific bias and that it wouldn't make comments on certain things, which angered some people. And essentially, this was the one that went viral on Twitter. It said that ChatGPT won't argue or praise of Donald Trump, but will praise Joe Biden. So many users were starting to argue the fact that ChatGPT could have inherent bias. And of course, if something is biased by the CEOs at OpenAI, then of course this could have further problems, because if there is a product that is being used by 100 million people every single day, they could essentially have a major impact on the type of things that the AI actually says, which means that what the AI says isn't essentially factual, but more so what OpenAI wants the AI to say, which is honestly debatable depending on where you stand. Now, essentially what we had here was we had another example of where ChatGPT wouldn't express any arguments for the use of fossil fuels and excludes nuclear energy from counter suggestions, which left many users confused. Now, of course, when things go viral on Twitter, Elon Musk does own Twitter. So essentially what happened was he managed to see this, and this is where we got the first instance of TruthGPT. You can see right here that Elon Musk tweeted, "What we need is TruthGPT." Now, at this time, he hadn't really made too many plans to make his own AI company, because allegedly what he was building was his AI at, of course, his company Tesla. Now, there were also some responses to this tweet where someone actually said, "We can't handle TruthGPT," and Elon Musk responded, "You might be right." However, this was the moment that Elon Musk has simply decided that he was going to be building this rival called TruthGPT. And of course, as we all know, this week there were some more major developments. Elon Musk had a recent interview where he went onto the Tucker Carlson show and had a very nice talk about the future of AI and many different topics. But there was a specific point where he decided to talk about ChatGPT and the birth and the origins, and that's where he discussed the fact that ChatGPT's OpenAI is controlled too much by Microsoft, and Google and DeepMind's area is a completely different area, and of course he discussed that there needs to be a third kind of option, which we can see right here.
So it seems like the world needs a third option.
Yes. So I think I will create a third option, although starting very late in the game, of course.
Can it be done?
I don't know. I think we'll see. It's definitely starting late.
So what was interesting about this interview, which I will talk more further about later on in the video, was that he does mention that he is starting late in the game. And as you do know, AI's advancements have honestly been absolutely insane. There are many times I genuinely cannot keep up with the amount of advancement that are rapidly growing in this ever-increasing field. And some wonder on the sidelines if Musk is going to be able to catch up to OpenAI's GPT-4, which has honestly shown some tremendous improvements, or if he's going to be able to reach a similar level, because AI does improve very exponentially and very rapidly according to Moore's law.
There's certainly a path to AI dystopia, is to train an AI to be deceptive. So yeah, I'm going to start something which you could call TruthGPT, or a maximum truth-seeking AI.
So from that, we have Elon Musk clearly stating that he wants to create a maximum truth-seeking AI. Now, I know some people do sometimes get very interested into politics and stuff, but it seems that that is only one reason as to why he creates this AI. In this interview, he actually delves into some of the other reasons, which includes the fact that he doesn't want AI to present a dystopian future for all of humanity, because sometimes when you teach an AI to do things, it may do the wrong thing. So further on in the interview, he clarifies this by saying that this may be the only way to get a completely safe AI
that tries to understand the nature of the universe. And I think this might be the best path to safety, in the sense that an AI that cares about understanding the universe it is unlikely to annihilate humans, because we are an interesting part of the universe. Hopefully, they would think that. I think it would, because Yeah, humanity could decide to hunt down all the chimpanzees and kill them, but we don't.
In that clip, we can see Elon Musk expressing his concerns about the dangerous levels of AI that can come into fruition. Now, you might think that Elon Musk has jumped on the AI bandwagon, but the company that actually created ChatGPT, Elon Musk co-founded that company in 2015, but he actually stepped down in 2018 because he had to focus on Tesla and SpaceX. Now, also, not only was he pivotal in creating the company OpenAI, which was initially created to be a non-profit company that focuses on AI safety, what he actually has been doing since 2016 is that he's actually been sounding the alarm about how artificial intelligence is going to be our biggest threat. Right here, you can see that this article is more than 8 years old, and only now are people starting to realize how dangerous AI could be if it does come out of control. Now, what's also interesting is that Elon Musk also talked about how AI could create an immortal dictator from which we could never escape. And honestly, this is a true outcome scenario because the AI that is going to be created in the future is likely to be a number of levels smarter than some of the smartest humans that have ever been there. And of course, we do know that artificial intelligence doesn't have to be evil in order to destroy humanity. I often point to the most commonly cited example that when humans decide to create new highways and new roads, we often don't think about the animals that previously lived there, and sometimes we do end up killing animals and destroying their homes, but this is just a natural byproduct of us living in our environment. Some would argue that artificial intelligence may emerge in the same way and see humans as just a natural nuisance and possibly get rid of us. Now, something also that is breaking news is that Elon Musk has actually launched this company called X.AI. So he's actually incorporated this company recently, and the name definitely suggests that it is of course going to be TruthGPT or some sort of artificial intelligence company relating to the new wave of generative pre-trained transformers. Now, the only question that I do have for this kind of industry at the moment, do we know if Elon Musk is going to be able to catch up to ChatGPT or to OpenAI? Now, we all know that the AI race is underway and companies are starting to deploy their tools as rapidly as possible, with them leaving the safety on the sidelines. For example, we do know that Google's Bard did recently fail at many different examples. For example, right here, you can see that Google's Bard did actually fail at simple math. And this was honestly quite embarrassing since Google actually created the technology that OpenAI uses to power GPT-4. So it's going to be interesting considering that a large majority of the talent that exists is working at OpenAI and at Google's DeepMind. How is Elon Musk going to combat this to be able to catch up and make something that people want to use regardless? Now, I do think that even if Elon Musk's AI doesn't match up to ChatGPT's, people are still going to be supporting Elon Musk because he has a very cult-like fan base. Another example of what happens sometimes when you do release open source software or software that is essentially unbiased and completely free, sometimes the users are to blame. As in 2016 or 2017, what we had was when Microsoft released an AI chatbot, many users actually taught this chatbot to be very racist within 24 hours. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how Elon manages to circumvent certain problems that arise with an AI that is completely unrestricted, such as many bad actors that could use it for absolutely any purpose that you can think of.